Good morning, students. Welcome in science class. Chapter 10 we are starting today. Force, work and energy. Chapter 10 Force, work and energy. In this chapter you will learn types of forces and their applications. What is work that you will study? What is energy and different forms of energy and their uses? Simple machines which make our work easier, that also you will study in this chapter. Page number 83 in your textbook. What is force? You must have seen many a times that when cricket match is going on, at that time the bowlers uses force to bowl. They are giving a force. At the time only you can roll a ball, and batsman, they uses a force to hit the ball. At the time he will lift his hand and with the force he will bat that ball, and the fielder also uses the force to stop it with the help of their hand. So in each and every activity they are using the force. In your day-to-day life also, from morning till night, you are doing lots of activities. Imagine early in the morning when you are brushing your teeth, at the time also you are giving the force, then only you can brush your teeth. Lots of activities you are doing. In each and every activities you are using a force. But here in these three ways, where bowler bowl a ball, when batsmen they hit a ball, and the fielder when they stop the ball, at the time they use the force. So what is force? From this we can say that force is used to ABC point given. First, to move a body, to stop a moving body, and C, change the direction of the moving body. So from this we can say that what is a force? So force can be used to move a body. If any body is in the stationary position, at the time when you want to move any object, at the time force is used. To stop a moving body, if any body, suppose that here in this case only, that ball is, that fielder stops the ball is rolling, at the time he stops the ball. So to stop a moving body, at the time also the force is used. And to change the direction of the moving body, means when the batsmen they hit the ball, at the time the ball they change the direction and they will go to at any places. So force can be used to push or pull something. On page number 83, yellow color box, it is given the definition of the force. So from this we can say what is the force? A push or a pull that makes a body move or stop a moving body. We apply force to push the pedals of the bicycle. Yes, mostly you all of you are riding a bicycle. At the time when you want to ride the bicycle, at the time you are giving the force to the pedals of that bicycle, then only that bicycle will move. Similarly, we use the force to press the brakes to stop it. So in lots of activities you are using the force. Suppose one car is running, at that time if you want to stop the car, you will give the force to the brake, then only the brake will stop that car. So you are applying the force with the help of your hands to the legs. If you are playing a football, if you want to hit that ball, at the time with the help of the leg you will give a kick to a ball, at the time you are giving the force, so the ball will start moving. Take another example, that potters, they are making the pots on their wheel. They will keep the lump of that mud on that potter's wheel and they are giving the shape. So when they are giving the shape, at the time they are giving the force with the help of their hand, they are giving the force to that lump of the mud, and from that they are making a fine pots and buckets and everything. So a push or a pull that makes the body move or stop moving is called a force. So there are the types of forces you will study in this chapter. Figure 10.1, this figure is also given: muscular force, mechanical force, elastic force, gravitational force and frictional force. First, muscular force. The force which is exerted by the muscles of our body is called muscular force. So when we push or pull or lift something, anything, any object, when we are pushing, when we are pulling, we apply our muscular force. Whatever muscles are having, our body is having the muscles, and this force is exerted by the muscles of our body. So here in this first figure, this boy is lifting a bag. So at the time he is applying a force exerted by the muscles of his body. So it is a muscular force. Second, mechanical force. Various tools use mechanical force to do work. See this figure, mechanical force. So scissor is a tool. With the help of the tool, this scissor, we are cutting that. So tools which make our work easier are called the simple machine. But here the scissor is a tool and it is used to do work, and that whatever force you are applying here with the help of this scissor, it is called the mechanical force. So most simple machines make use of the mechanical force. Pair of scissors is used to cut something. Pliers, hammer, all these are the tools, and here the mechanical force is used. Elastic force. See this figure. In your childhood you might have played with this gillo. So here the elastic force is used. A stretch rubber band is also the best example. Elastic force is used to move a catapult. Catapult means in the Gujarati we are saying that gilol, and here the catapult is given. So a stretch rubber band, here the rubber band you are stretching, it regains its original position on being released. So when you are releasing, at the time it will come to its original position because of the elastic force. So here the elastic force is used. Next, that is the gravitational force. Yes, you might have seen so many times in your television. I will give you one best example. Astronauts in the space, you might have seen they are floating only. They can't stand, they can't walk on the space. But here on the earth, we can stand also, we can walk also. So the force by which the earth pulls an object towards it is called the gravitational force. See here the figure. From that tree, apple is coming down only. Why? Because the earth is having one force and it pulls each and every object towards it. So that force is called the gravitational force. But if you had seen in the space, astronauts, they are in the floating position only, because in the space gravitational force is not there. So you will find them in the floating position only. Next, frictional force. A moving body slows down or stops on its own due to frictional force. Sometimes when you roll a ball, another example, after some time it will stop. Why? Because there is a force of friction between the ball and the surface of the floor, where that ball is rolling on the surface of the floor. Suppose it is you are rolling a ball in your hole. At the time in the hole, on that floor, the force of friction is exerted between the ball and the and the surface of the floor. So frictional force slows down a moving object. Moreover, we are able to walk because of the frictional force also. That you know, students, we are able to walk because of the frictional force. So again, muscular force, see here the frictional force figure it is given. You are rolling a ball. After some time that ball will stop because the force of friction is exerted between the ball and the surface of that floor. So muscular force, mechanical force, elastic force, gravitational force, frictional force are the different types of the force you have to learn. Second topic, that is work. So when we use force on an object, on any object, we have to apply the force. Then only that ball, that object will push or they will be pulled. And the object moves through a distance, means it will change its position. We say that work is done on an object. So again from this, what is work? When force is applied on a body to make it move through a distance, at the time work is done. According to science, we do not do any work if we stand at a place with a load on our head, even for a whole day, because there is no movement of the load. You imagine, you stand, you take some load on your head, आपके सिर के ऊपर थोड़ा सा कोई भी लोड लेके आप पूरे दिन खड़े रहो. There is any work done? No. Because according to the science, we do not do any work if we stand at a place with a load on our head, even for a whole day, because there is no movement. You are not doing a movement. So from this, again, what is the work? When force is applied on a body to make a move through a distance, if you are applying the force and if that object is moving through some distance, at the time work is said to be done. So work is done when load is lifted, when door is opened, when a nut is cracked, when a flag is hoisted. So when you are doing activity, when you are doing any movement, at that time you will say that work is done. When you are rolling a ball, at the time you will say that work is done. When you will open the window, at the time you will say, because you are doing the movement to that window, so work is done. When you will open the door, at the time work is done. When you want to lift that any object, at the time you will say that work is done. So from this, work done can be calculated by the following formula. Here the following formula is given, that how you will calculate the work. When you will say that work is done, work done equals to force applied on an object into the distance moved by the object. Again, when work is done, when force you are applying on an object, and after applying the force, whatever distance that object is moved, that both you have to multiply. Again, work done formula is force applied on an object into distance moved by the object. So students, today what is force and what is work when work is done, that we had seen. Next video we will see simple machines. What are the simple machines, that we will study. Thank you and have a nice day.